What's up guys, Boogie back again. Today guys, I got a compilation of around 10 videos that I'm going to be reviewing with you guys. And as I always say guys, thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching the videos, for commenting, letting me know what videos I should review. Some of you guys love when I do the Kendra G shows, so shout out to Kendra G. I'll be putting the link down below for all the videos I'll be going through. As you guys know, some videos are really long, so I don't get to finish them. So all the creators, all their links will be down in the description. All right, so the first video guys, I watched a few seconds of this video, but most importantly, I went to the comment section and women were saying this guy is slow, or he's too much of a nice guy. They were saying he didn't go to school because all he did was smiling and being a nice guy when he came on to Kendra G's show. So I'm gonna be going through the video to see really what makes women think that just because a guy is smiling and is in good spirits, it makes him slow or not good enough for relationships. So we're gonna have a good time. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, like the video, and let's get into it.
Wishing something now. Hello?
Hey, what's up, Kendra?
What's your name?
I'm Miguel.
How old are you, Miguel?
I'm 33.
All right, hold on a second. Miguel, are you looking for love?
I I am kind of sort of
What does kind of sort of mean?
like I am looking, but I'm looking for like somebody that's trying to be like close to Christ, I guess. And
That's a good thing. You want a woman that loves the Lord.
yes, man.
Okay, so Miguel,
He seems like a nice guy, just smiling. He wants a woman who's a church girl who loves God. Nothing wrong with that.
is your name?
Yes, man.
How old are you again? And
33.
where are you calling me from?
I'm from Jackson. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida.
Do you have any kids?
No kids.
No. Have you ever been married?
Nope.
And do you never married? Miguel, 33, Jacksonville, Florida, no kids, never married. What was I about to say? Oh, what do you do for a living?
I do mechanical work on cars.
Okay. All right, and what's your zodiac sign?
Aquarius.
So we got Miguel, 33, Aquarius, Jacksonville, Florida, no kids, never married, does mechanical work. What kind of woman you looking for?
I'm just looking for like something natural, like just natural beauty. Doesn't have to do all the, makeup and stuff, which is cool. I don't have anything against it. I like natural. I like natural bodies. I like open-minded, all that stuff. So
Okay, you have a right to your preference. What are your deal breakers?
Okay, so him asking for natural women, natural hair, things like that is the reason why I guess some women were in the comments attacking him, calling him slow because he's smiling or because he's not loud and just has a happy face. It's like a man can't even be happy, a man can't even have a preference these days. And I know him asking for natural women, natural hair, and things like that, or natural bodies disqualifies so many women because they have like butterfly eyelashes and wigs and thousands and thousands of pounds of makeup on the face. So I see why some women were attacking him, but he just has his preference.
my deal breakers. Uh, I know everyone's gonna come with some type of, you know, baggage or whatever, which I'll accept it and I'll deal with it or whatever. But I just don't want like a drum it out person.
A what kind of person?
Like a drum it out person. I don't deal with drama like very well. So like that's just one of the red flags. Like I'm like, no.
No drama filled person.
Yes.
Okay.
And I also don't want somebody who has bad hygiene.
Okay, that's fair. Anything else? These are all fair requirements.
Those are fair, but when women don't qualify for those things, they just attack the guy's masculinity. They attack his preferences. It's like women can have preferences and they call it go for what you want, queen, know your worth. But as soon as a man has preferences, check in the comments of this video. Like I linked it down below. I looked at the comments. People were calling him slow because he's smiling. Oh, it's a red flag because he's smiling. It's like he's a happy guy. Like it's like people are used to so much trauma and toxicity. It's like even when a guy is just smiling, it's an issue.
Yeah. Um, that's really it. I mean, I do want somebody who wants to build too. Like, I'm kind of business oriented, I must say. And I just want somebody that'll build with me. If not, she doesn't have to be involved with that if she doesn't really want to, because I know that's not for everybody. But if she wants to be involved, that's like a plus to
What
me.
range you want to date? You're 33.
Uh, really, I'll date anything from 23 to like even in the 40s, you know, because I've seen some 40-year-olds that like look pretty good. Like I was like, wow, like in
Okay.
the 30s.
Would you date a woman with kids?
I would. I would.
All right. Should the woman
Yeah.
look a certain way?
Uh,
I mean, he's even accepting single moms, so I don't see that issue. I don't see why they were calling him slow. Seriously, he's being fair in everything he's asking for. There's nothing outrageous.
you know, I'm open-minded, you know, like to me, like every woman like is beautiful in some type of way, her own way or whatever. So like I just want a confident woman that's like just chill, cool, into the Bible, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's
I hope this isn't an appropriate. I hope it's not an inappropriate question. But you mentioned in the beginning you wanted a Christ-like woman. You brought it up again. Are you a virgin, Miguel?
no, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
That's a disingenuous question, Kendra. Because the guy is not too out there, he doesn't seem like a very loud guy. She's kind of insinuating that he doesn't get women, or because he's into the church, she's insinuating he's a virgin. But women come on the show every day asking for church guys or men who like God, but she's never asked them if they're a virgin. That's very disingenuous.
Should the woman make a certain amount of money?
No, it don't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter to me how much she makes.
Okay.
You know,
Let's do the kids for kids. That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
full body. Do I need to get in the mirror? Or...
No, we can see your legs. You got your feet standing so we can see your full body.
Okay, I'm gonna set my. Maybe I need to turn the light on. So,
All right,
anything else?
we got to see your legs. Okay.
He's dressed
We
well.
got you, Miguel. Okay. Ooh.
He's dressed well, no jeans, he's not carrying guns around, he's not some kind of gangster, no thousands and thousands of tattoos, but they have an issue with that.
Yeah. Did you go to church today?
Yes, I did. I did.
Good. You're a good man, Miguel.
Yeah, but they don't like good men, Kendra, and you know that.
Got good qualities.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this. Are there any good girls in the church that you could potentially date?
Well, our church just started, so like I'm like technically like the only person there kind of right now.
Wait a minute. How are you the only member in the church?
Cause this pastor, I met him at the barbershop, and like there was a big argument about like, you know how it goes. People have arguments about this or whatever when it comes to religious stuff, and I just like I felt pretty good about the way he was talking, so I was like, I'm gonna come to your church, and you know, I'm not from Jacksonville, so I wasn't really like going church to church like that or anything like that. So I was like, all right, this might be something I can look into.
You don't got
So
so the church don't have any members?
it does not. I'm the only member that I know of so far since I've
Okay,
been.
well, listen. Jacksonville, Florida. Can you please recommend some churches for Miguel? Listen, Miguel, I don't know this man, but it seems a little fishy that you're the only member of his congregation. Now,
I mean, I understand where Kendra is coming from. It sounds a little bit fishy that he's the only church member, but I mean, that's how churches begin, right? It starts with one person. So, I mean, he gotta be careful because you don't want to because there's so many false prophets out here. But that's how churches begin. But I understand where Kendra is coming from. He's gotta be very careful.
Jacksonville, Florida, I'm sure they got churches with more than just one person. Okay? How long you been in Jacksonville, Florida for?
I've been in Jacksonville for the past. So I came here when I was 10, so I've been here for 23 years.
Wait a minute. You don't know a church in Jacksonville, Florida? I'm about to ask ChatGPT. I'm gonna get Google. Listen, you gotta listen now. You can go to him on Bible study, but you gotta go. He need to have more members in the church. I'm sorry, you can't be the only one. This sounds like a cult.
It's building up. You know, he just got it going because he got his own little building.
What?
I know it sounds.
How long the church been going for?
I think he said he just got that building. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know, but he said he just got the building. There's a lady with him, and she said she's from Texas. She came here and she started preaching too with him. So
Black churches, I'm about to look it up. Black popular churches in Jacksonville, black popular, because I don't know what's the name of the church. Actually, don't say it because I don't want to.
it's a really.
Here we go. 10 best African American church near Jacksonville, Florida. You got Impact Church, Christ Church, a Pentecostal, First Black Greek Baptist Church. Try Impact Church. They came up first. They got the most reviews.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
I want you to find. I'm gonna get the address for you. Impact Church. Let me see. Impact Church.
Kendra is trying to help.
See, the Lord be working in mysterious ways. This is a pop-up show, but the Lord said, 9501 Arlington Express Suite. You know what that is?
Yes.
Okay, that's the church you go to. They open up tomorrow. They got something on Monday. Take your ass over there. Now I know I'm swearing, but I know the church. Listen, Impact Church. I want you to try them out, okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's the old mall. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I want you to go there. They got members. They got more than just you. See, they got people. I need you to be in a church.
I mean, I think he was just trying to be nice to the guy. Maybe, like he said, the guy was doing the barber shop. The guy did some preaching. He liked the way the guy was talking. And, you know, he was like, let me check out what you got to offer. Because let's be honest, guys, for some of you guys who go to churches and you've been going to a certain church for a long time, you usually go because you like the way the pastor or the reverend or whoever is there, the leader of the church, the way they preach, the way they share the word of God, you know, or maybe because your whole family has been going there for a reason, or maybe it's the closest church. So the guy is just starting his church, so he went there to help. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, you gotta be careful because you can never be too careful these days with crazy people out here, but I don't see anything wrong with that.
With a couple of more, look, they got women.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. This
That's
is what
a big church.
I want you to join this church.
Okay.
Impact
I'll definitely
Church. So look at them, hands raised up, they praising the Lord's there.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. So look. Okay, so this is the one you're gonna go to. Okay.
Okay. We'll check it out.
You can go to him, the one you went to. You can go to that one for Bible study. Okay.
That's crazy because, like, I'll get on Google and, like, look up restaurant reviews, but I never thought to look up churches. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're going to get you into a church with people because you seem like a good young man. I don't know this one man, but all I know is a little fishy when you got one member.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
One member and enough members.
That's true.
I know it does sound crazy. I know.
And there's a lot of women in the church looking for husbands. And you got a lot of husband qualities to you. So I want.
Yeah, but does he have the money? Kendra keeps forgetting this. There are so many good men out here. So many good men. But if they don't have the so-called money that women want, they don't consider them. If we're going to be honest. So no matter how good a man is, he respects people. He greets people. He's kind. He's humble. He doesn't curse. He goes to church every Sunday. If he's not going to fly her out to Mexico, to Cancun or Dubai, if he's not taking her out to a $500 dinner date, they don't want that kind of man. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade.
I want to put you in the room with the women who are looking for men like you. Okay?
I appreciate it so much.
Okay.
You're
So
beautiful.
Impact Church, I want you to go there on Sunday.
That's
You
right.
and if you don't like it, you can go back to the one member church that you went to today. But next Sunday, you're gonna
Okay.
go to Impact Church and you're gonna check in with me because I'm gonna be looking for you to make sure you
Look at
attend.
you.
I want you to take a selfie. I want you to be in front of the sign, take a selfie, and tag me in it.
Okay.
I'm very serious. I will need you to be with people. All right, back to you. So you want a good woman. All right. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship was 2013, so it's been 12 years, going on 13. But I've been like dealing with different women here and there, but I wasn't really feeling them. So I kind of try to leave it at a friend thing, but I know that's not good. And the more I've been studying the Bible and like learning more, it's like it's kind of not a good. It's not a good look for me, I guess.
What's not a good look for you?
For me to be like jumping around like from woman to woman trying to, but it's kind of like you kind of got to do that to weigh your options. You got to figure out something that's compatible, but I think it's not a good look for me, especially at my age and all that stuff. But
Here's the deal. Dating is fine without sex. Okay? Because dating is short for data. You're collecting data, right? So where it gets messy is when you add sex into the component, sometimes you can't make logical decisions because there's a real thing called soul ties. Now this really affects women more than men at times, right? Women, when they have sex, we release something called oxytocin. And that makes you love the man more. Like he got 3 baby mamas, he hit you, he'll never call you, but you slept with him. You're trying to figure out why you can't break that. You have this oxytocin that was released. Now with a man, it can be the opposite. Sometimes the men like you more, and then once they have sex with you, it'd be like they don't care no more because it was like they were trying to get it. So date.
Yeah, but if you're not nice to a guy, if he was nice to you before you guys slept together, and then he sleeps with you and you're still not nice to him, what is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to just keep liking you just because you had sex? No. And it's vice versa. If a woman enjoys the guy's sex but he's not treating her nice, I mean, women leave men just because they didn't even enjoy the sex. So if we're gonna be honest, so just being sex is not enough for a relationship, and it goes both ways. But I'd like that Kendra tried to give him some good advice. The only issue with this guy, he's gonna struggle finding a woman because he seems too nice. Women don't like nice guys. We know that for a fact. And then number two, he wants a natural woman. That's gonna be tough to find, right? No wigs, no weaves, no lashes, it's going to be tough for him to find. And then he wants a woman who's a woman of God. He's going to find that in church. But even the women in church are coming out to the streets to find men because guys were usually in church. Usually they call them lambs. They don't have the vibe to them. So it's going to be tough. I mean, dating is tough out here anyway.
Dating different women without sex, I actually recommend it because you're trying to make, I think, a man like you. You're looking for your wife, correct? Someone that you could build a family with, correct? Am I right? That's what I think.
Correct.
Okay. So it's fine for you to date enough women to collect data to learn if this really works with you or not. Because things is this. A lot of times I said it wrong. Y'all know I say every word wrong. They said I ain't say oxytocin right. Look it up. You know what word I'm talking about. Y'all know I don't say no damn words right. And I get to right. I'm in my 40s. I can say words wrong. That's what I do over here. But back to you. Y'all know what I mean. You may think something's important to you, and you may get it, and then might realize I don't like this at all. Like you might have a list, and then get a person that meets all the requirements on your list, and then learn that's not even who I like. So I believe in dating. I think you should date. Just don't put your wee into everybody.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done, if we're gonna be honest. Because at the end of the day, we are humans. So unless someone is a virgin, but if you have slept with somebody before, if you're not a virgin, it's gonna be tough for you to date without involving any sexual relations. Both men and women. Women say, I'm not about to get married to a man who's gonna give me bad sex after the marriage. And men are saying, I'm not gonna keep taking you on dates if we can't even be intimate. It's tough out here. What do you guys think? So shout out to Kendra. This guy, they dogged him in the comments. You can check the comments down below. They called him slow just because he's a church guy. And I think because he went to a church, whether he was the only person, and because he's smiling. And they called him slow for that. Not good, but hey, it's tough out here for good guys. All right, next. This woman is complaining that traditional men are avoiding ambitious, career-oriented boss women. And it's not news to me, but we're gonna hear what she has to say.
According to one of my guy friends, and I want to know if this is true, and I don't know if all men believe this or the men that I want to date believe this or who believes in this, but according to one of my guy friends, he said the man that you want to date, which is a traditional man, is not going to be interested in you because you are so career driven. And for me, that kind of blew my mind because I was just like, well, why wouldn't the man that I want to date not want me to work? And he said, well, Bailey, the traditional man is going to want you to drop what you're doing, and he's going to want you to, nurture the family. He's going to want you to clean the house. He's going to want you to cook. He's going to want you to do this. And if you are working, you're not going to want to do all that. You're going to come home with an attitude. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to this, you're going to that. So you're not going to want to. I was like, no, I still would. He's like, no, you wouldn't.
And he's right. And men have been saying this for so long, but career independent women still don't. For some reason, they want it all. Because then at the same time, she's going to be complaining, oh, I'm tired. I can't come home and cook for you. Because despite them having their careers and wanting to work, they still want the man to pay 100% of the bills. But because, guys, believe me, even if she wants to work, she wants to save her money, and she wants her man, the husband, to work and use his money to pay for everything in the household. And then even if they have kids, she wants to go back to work. And then she wants the man to find a babysitter or child care and pay for that as she goes back to work. Even then, she still wants the man to use his own money. So men are like, okay, so what's the use of a wife? Like, what kind of relationship is this where you are working, you are saving your money, and then I'm still working, I can't even have a home cooked meal because you're coming back complaining you're tired and I'm trying to make you a slave. So men are like, why, remind me again why I should do this? It's not a good deal for traditional men.
He's like, and plus, and if a guy is asking you, like, what your goals are, and you're talking about how you want to continue to go back to school and you want to do this and you want to do that, they're not hearing that you want to, they're not hearing that you want to nurture your family. And I was like, but, I mean, I thought it was like a given that, hey, I'm a nurse. Of course, like, I'm a nurturer and I'm going to take care of my family.
You can't do that if you have to work 40, 60 hours a week. How are you going to nurture your family if you are working 40, 50 hours a week? You can't. Unless you are using some of your money to take care of the family. Then okay. Unless you're going to go 50-50. But let me guess, you don't even want to go 50-50 with a man. You want a man who's a provider. And you still want to work and save your money. So you can't have it all. You can't have, the career. You can't nurture. So somebody else is going to nurture your kids. Either a maid, a babysitter. You're going to take them to childcare, like whatever, but you can't have it all.
But in the meantime, while, you know, we don't have kids, is it not attractive that I have a career going for me? Or
It's not attractive because you're not planning to use the money you use from your career to take care of your husband. So men don't care about that. You care about a man's career because you know it makes him a good provider. That's the difference. I don't know why women just can't seem to get this.
I don't know, I thought that was so odd, and I've never heard that before.
Yes, you have.
Because when someone asks me like, oh, like, you know, what are your goals? Like, of course I'd love to be a mom. Of course I'd love to take care of my family, of course. But aren't they asking me like what my current goals are? Like, I didn't know they were talking about like the future.
Yeah, but your current goals have to be the type of goals that are going to be helpful for your future goals. What do I mean by that? You guys have heard this thing saying before, like when men make money, they look for a woman to provide for. They're making money to provide for their families. When women make money, they're trying to be independent of men. Like no woman ever, apart from single moms, but even single moms, even if they make money, they would rather put the man on child support so they don't have to use their money to take care of their kids. You feel me? So either way, unless women start saying, hey, I'm making money so I can provide for a man and our kids, until then, men won't care about your current goals, especially if your current goals are not connected to your future goals, which is the family.
I'm talking about like right now. Like, I'm talking about how I want to like be the best nurse, and I want to be able to take care of people like efficiently and quickly, and I want to be able to be the like person that people turn to and know that like I'm that person that is going to get it done and I'm going to take care of them. Is that not also saying like that I'm a nurturer?
No, it just means you're doing your job to the best of your ability. Because everything you're doing, you didn't connect it to the family that you want to have in the future. So either way, you're just being a good nurse. That's it. It doesn't translate to you're going to be a good wife.
Of course, I would take care of my family. Um, I don't know. That kind of like threw me because he was saying, well, Bailey, when you get pregnant and you have kids, like, why would you try to work? I'm like, well, I want to maintain my skills. Like, I worked so hard to get here. And of course, my family would be my number one priority. But, like, what
How?
about when all the kids are out of the nest?
But that's different. We are talking about after you give birth. It's not like you give birth and then the kids go straight to elementary school. There are those crucial years, 1, 2, 3, sometimes even 4 years, even 5 years, that the kids really need to be close to their mom. They don't need a maid and some, you know, outside person taking care of them. Now, if you have a family member, even then the love may be different because the kids don't belong to them, the kids belong to you. But if you give birth to kids, you drop them off to somebody else to take care of them and you run back to be a nurse. Yet even then, it's not like you're bringing back the money to the household. You're just saving it, and then your husband still has to pay for all the bills. How is the nurse, you being a nurse, connected to helping your family? It doesn't.
Like, what am I going to do then? Like, for me, it gives me purpose as a nurse to take care of others. Like, I love that. I love doing what I do.
Being a mother
It's
is a
stressful,
purpose
but
too.
gosh, I love it. Like, does the type of man I want really not want me doing that? Like, that's what I thought was so weird. Like, guys, is this true? Woman, have you been told this before? Like, is this your experience? Because that threw me for, I don't even know the saying, but that threw me off. Like, Of course, I would love on my family. Of course, I would take care of my family. Of course, I would do everything it took to make sure that my family was comfortable, that food was on the table, that everything was clean, that everything was sanitary.
But how are you going to ensure that if every morning you have to wake up to go to work, and then when you come back, you're tired? Clearly, you're going to need some help. And usually, you're going to have to pay money for that kind of help, a maid or whoever, somebody to take care of those responsibilities at home. Because I'm assuming your husband is working now, unless you want to be the provider and you want a stay-at-home husband, that's different.
But I guess me saying that I want to go back to school, that I want to give back to the community, that I want to do this, is that a turnoff to the man that I want?
It's not a turnoff. They're just saying that whatever time you dedicate outside of the household and doesn't directly improve your household, that's time taken away from your family that you'll never get back. Because men are willing to work 60, 80 hours for their family because they're bringing back the check to provide for everything in the house. But you are doing your work and saving your money. That's the difference.
Does that make him not hear that I'm going to be a great mom? I don't know. Like that totally threw me off. Like, is that just like his point of view? Or is this really like the type of traditional man that I want's point of view?
If you want tradition, yes.
He was like saying it generalized. So that's what's like totally throwing me off. I have no idea. I don't know. What do you guys think?
If you want a traditional relationship, that's how it's going to be. Now, if you want half and half, half traditional, half modern, which is what most women want, they want a traditional man while being modern women. They want to be able to work, save their money, but also have a man who's willing to provide for everything. They want to have babies, but they also want the man to hire someone who's going to take care of the babies as they go back to work. If you want that kind of lifestyle, there might be guys out there, but I don't know how much they're willing to go through that. Eventually they might as well marry the maid, So at the end of the day, it depends what you want and the chances of finding that kind of man. Because a traditional man probably would want a traditional woman. But there could be guys who are willing to go 50-50, but let me guess, you don't want to go 50-50 either, right? What do you guys think about that? Next, we have a favorite of the channel, Kendra G. This mom to 6 kids. She says she knows her worth. She wants a stepdaddy. Let's get into it.
You about to cry again?
No,
She almost
No.
cried on IG, child. But now
I did a little bit because I have been trying to get on you for a long time.
okay, well, I'm happy you came to TikTok, girlfriend. All right, let's,
I follow you everywhere. I ain't even gonna lie.
oh, you're so sweet. All right, Barbara, correct?
Yes.
Even though I have it written down, I'm gonna take it from the top because the TikTok audience probably doesn't know you. So, Barbara, how old are you again?
I just turned 46 Monday.
Okay, she's a tourist, and what do you do for a living?
I'm a veterinary technician.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
I do. 3 girls, 3 boys.
6 kids, correct?
Yes.
What are their ages again?
25, 22, 21, 17, 15, and 12.
Okay. 3 men, correct?
No.
2 men.
Only 2.
That's right, 2 men. And never married.
No.
Okay. The last child's father, we were on IG, you said that after 17 years, he decided to leave.
Yep.
How many kids do you have by him?
3. I have 3 with each.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. And where you calling us from, Barbara?
I stay in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Fayetteville, North Carolina. All right, so we got Barbara, 46, veterinarian technician, minus 6 kids by 2 men, and she's in North Carolina. What kind of man are you looking for?
I don't need no liars. I need somebody that's consistent, stable, head on his shoulders, I don't want no more liars, and I don't need boys portraying to be men.
So it took you 6 kids and 2 men to realize you don't need those kind of guys. Okay.
Ooh, break that one down.
I always hate to hear when they say, oh, women always choose the wrong men and then become toxic, but they're not blaming the men for portraying to be something that they're not and leading a woman on. And then when we find out who you are and we don't want to deal with it, then we're called toxic. I'm sick of that.
Well, because the men, your baby daddies, are not here to give their side of the story. So guess who we are going to analyze and, critique? It's going to be you. And usually men don't come out to even, say their side of the story. It's always blame the man. So for the first time in history, men are like, what did you do? You have 6 kids with 2 men? You should have, at what point did you realize that these men are toxic? After the first kid, the second kid, the third kid, maybe even the 4th kid, you still didn't realize these men are toxic? Like, why did you have to keep having babies with men if they're toxic?
Oh, if you cannot be who you are from the gate, then I don't want to deal with you. I'm too grown, and if I want to play games, I have 6 kids and a grandbaby to play games with. I don't need that. I want to be stable, where I could come home to somebody that's mine, not playing mind games, not dealing. You're with me in private, but on social media, you're somebody else. They don't know you have a woman, but you say you love me, but you're loving me privately, but disrespecting me publicly. I don't need no more inconsistency at all.
Breaking.
Yeah, it took her 6 kids and 2 guys to realize this. Like, seriously? It took her all this long to realize this. The only issue is even the new guy who's going to have to be a stepdad to 6 kids is going to have to deal with that trauma. Because every little thing he does, she's going to be like, oh, you're toxic, just like my exes. That's if even the baby daddies don't beat him up.
Down for the people in the back, Barbara.
It's just a lot. And then I hate that I get approached by a lot of younger men because they think, oh yeah, what they call them, the YNs. I'm not a cougar. I tell people quick, I'm not a spring chicken. I'm a seasoned hen. But if you under the age of 35, baby, I can't do nothing with you. My oldest nephew was 39. I can't do nothing with you. And if you a mama's boy, go over there. I have 3 boys. I don't want another one.
Yeah, but see, you are a single mom raising boys. Guess who raises the mama's boys? Women like you? And then you grow up and then say you don't want to date a mama's boy. But let me guess, you're raising your boys to be mama's boys. Now, unless their fathers are very active in their lives and, they're being helped by their fathers. Other than that, your boys are going to be mama's boys also because single moms raise their boys to be just like them.
I'm too grown. I have too much going on. And I want something that when I'm gone, I know my kids and my grandkids have a foundation that I built or me and my husband built. All them games and manipulation, I don't need it. Don't want it. I was dealing with a guy for 1.5 years. We just broke up recently. And his level of disrespect, I guess because I'm an older woman, that he thought I was desperate or needy or I'm lonely. And he thought that he could play on that. And I'm like, no. Once your level of disrespect gets to a point, I'm like, I'm out of there. First of all, I'm not your BITCH. I'm not your HOE. I'm not sitting here. If I can't be your queen or your old lady or your girlfriend or your woman or your babe, then I'm not going to be nothing because the first word out your mouth, bitch, you already know. I'm not one of those. That might go for them young girls, but I'm not one of them. I'm old school. I've been raised on old school love. And if you can't get it and provide it, I'm not for you.
And in old school, if we're going to speak old school, women used to get married before having babies. Are we going to speak about old school, ma'am? In old school, women would get married before having babies. And if they didn't the first time, the second baby daddy would marry them also. And it didn't take them 6 kids to realize that they've been making bad choices in men, if we're going to speak old school. But she sounds like she has an attitude problem. So I don't know which man is willing to deal with it. Some of you guys are desperate, so I know, and you like them thick. I can tell she's a BBW. So some of you guys are definitely down to go for it, but good luck.
And that's why we broke up. And then he thought he could use me because I have a little money. But baby, I have 6 kids. I'm not getting ready to take care of you. Now, if we doing for each other, I have no problem spoiling my man because that's what a woman does. But if I feel like you taking advantage of me every week, you get paid more than me. And then every time I turn around, Baker, you cash at me this. Baker, you cash at me that. Baby, no. I see what you're doing and it's not going to work. So that I broke it off and didn't allow him to move in my home. Now I'm a HOE or I'm for the streets. I don't love nobody. Same old bullcrap that I'm not dealing with.
Yeah, she has so much drama. The new guy has to deal with this.
It is what it is.
Barbara came in, huh? Gotta get it off your chest.
She needs
Okay,
therapy.
I had
The way
to,
women be telling
because
us.
I dealt with so much, and I'm like, this is what women are really falling for, you know. And I'm like, that can't be reality. And I don't want you to think just because I'm single that I'm desperate or I'm lonely. Like I said,
Ma'am, you on Kendra G's show. Clearly, you need a man. Clearly, whatever way you're trying to get a man in your life, it didn't work. So you are on the internet trying to find a man on Kendra G's show. And it's a big show. It's popular. So clearly, you need a man. Let's not act like you don't need a man.
I'd rather be happy in the house with a puppy and sitting in the corner talking to myself than be miserable and second guessing myself and why I'm not worthy or good enough to a man that doesn't appreciate the woman that God has sent to him. I'm not going to do it. It just is what it is because I know what my standards are and I know who I am as a person. I'm not going to let you play on that.
Here we go with the
My
standards.
first relationship, the reason we broke up, my first 3 kids' father, he was abusive. I was young and dumb and thought that's what love was. And I always had in my head, whoever I had my first kids with, that's who I'm going to be with for the rest of my life, the white picket fence. Life taught me a lesson. It don't work like that. And I had to go through the abuse, the trauma. He tried to kill me. I sat in the hospital for 6 weeks in a coma. Then I had to learn that wasn't love. And everybody say, why you didn't get out? When you're young, you don't know no better if nobody taught you.
Okay, so I'll give you that. The first man was abusive, even if you had 3 babies for him. But what about the second man? Why did you give him 3 more kids before marriage? You said you learned the first man was abusive. You learned that wasn't the way the real love is. So I want to hear the excuse you use for the second man, the second baby daddy. Here we go.
And now me being a mom and have 3 girls of my own, I'd be doggone if I let them go through that. So now at this age here, if you're not coming with the peace and God in your life that I need, I can't, I'm not, life is too short. And people are dying left and right. And I'm, no. So what I need in a man, if you coming in and you bringing stability and peace, I'm all for you. That's it. And that's my grandbaby here in the background.
I mean, wait, oh, your phone went out.
She
Your
even
phone went
has,
out.
she has
I can't
grandkids.
hear you anymore.
And she's still looking for a man.
I couldn't hear you. Somebody was talking.
Well, let me say this. Okay, down echo. It seems like you've been through a lot
Yeah.
in your dating experience. So first thing I want to say is I'm so happy you survived your first child's father and being in a coma. So we're happy that you're here today.
How about the second?
I think it was on the first question of what you wanted in a man. Do you want to go to deal breakers or do you have any more desires that you want?
The deal breakers is I don't want any more liars. If you can't be truthful, then I can't deal with you. If you can't be consistent, I can't deal with you. If you don't have stability in your life, not just saying bring it to stability to me because I have that, I can't deal with you. I don't want the drama. I don't want the disrespect. Those are my deal breakers.
Gotcha.
Anything else I can pretty much deal with.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
No, looks really don't matter because if you got a beautiful heart, then your body's gonna look beautiful regardless.
That's a lie.
Should he make
I don't know why women keep saying that. There are so many good guys out here with beautiful hearts, but they don't have the money, so they don't give them a chance. I don't know why women keep saying that BS. It's so annoying when you know it's a lie. There's so many good guys out here. So many good guys in church, but even women in church leave those men in church and come to the streets to find men who have the money and have the vibe and have the reason. and have the aura.
Make a certain amount of money.
No.
Okay.
Life is life right now. That doesn't matter.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me son
can
hold
tell
the camera.
she's
Hold the
thick.
camera real quick. I just put my
BBW.
night clothes 'cause I literally just got off work and my 2-year-old is running behind. Just hold the phone so she can see me.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
All right, we see you, girl.
So disorganized. So for those of you guys who want to be stepdads, that's where you're going to be going. Did you see in the back room right there? You see everything down on the floor? That's where you're going to be going. That's where you're going to be living with the 6 kids, for those of you who want to be stepdads.
Hold on.
All right, we see you, girl.
I look rough. I have on my bedroom clothes.
You look rough, all
I
right?
was getting ready to go to bed because I got to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I work 2 jobs, so my job never ends.
We got you, girlfriend. Okay. When was your last relationship? I think you just told me. It ended 3 months ago?
Yes.
Okay.
We were together for 1 year and 2 months.
Okay. And y'all broke up because you didn't let him move in with you?
He was disrespectful.
Okay.
He said some very disrespectful things, and it's just he has the mind of a child. And then when you bring somebody's children into it, that's a deal breaker for me.
So what did you do wrong in the relationship? Because they are quick to tell us exactly what the man did. He did ABCD, abusive, controlling. ABC, abusive is their favorite thing, or controlling. It's one of the two. Those are the two main ones you women usually like to say that men did, but they never talk about what they did. I can bet you $100 now she's not going to say what she did wrong in the relationship.
He didn't only disrespect me, he disrespected my children, and I cannot go for that. And then he had the nerve to apologize, saying, "You know how I get when I'm angry." No. And then for you to say I should clean up a little. I have a 2-year-old
Yeah, you should
grandbaby
clean
that's
up.
running around. He's allowed to throw.
He was right. You should clean up your room, ma'am. We just saw the back, in the background of your room where your 2-year-old is. You need to clean up. He was right.
his toys and everything everywhere. I'm just that grandmama. So don't come for me about being dirty because I'm not. But when I have a
Yeah, you
2-year-old
are.
grandbaby, he's allowed to do whatever he want to do. So next. Anyway, back to you, Kendra.
Shy,
So much attitude.
tonight.
I'm an old school. I've been raised by old school. If my baby want to have a good time and throw his toys everywhere, he's allowed to. But guess what? Before I go to bed, everything will be clean and smelling like bleach in here. Because I was raised by a woman named Big Mama. So that nasty don't play. But that's my grandbaby, and I'm gonna let him have fun and tire himself out until it's time for bedtime. So that you're speaking, that being nasty, nowhere near.
Oh, so okay, I see where the attitude is coming from. She was raised by a single, strong, independent woman as well. So no fathers. You see what is it called? You see the cycle? So the father wasn't there. Herself, she has 2 baby daddies. And then she has a grandson. It's either from the son or from the daughter. Let me guess. They are also not together with their partners. So see the generational cycle. And then those kids, the grandson, will probably also have 2 baby mamas. And then they'll also have kids, and then the cycle will keep going.
I'm 46 years old. Come on, 79. We were raised by old school people. We know how to clean and all that. So talking that about the toys and stuff, he's allowed to make a mess. That's my grandbaby, and I'm gonna let him do it. But before I go to bed,
attitude.
guarantee you'll be able to eat off this floor. But anyway,
The attitude, the anger. And people say this is just a stereotype. You can see it right here. Like, who wants to come back home to this kind of attitude? Because I can bet you any simple argument, disagreement, that's the kind of attitude she's going to give the man.
I don't want no problem with you TikTok people, child. What are 3 flaws you have? Wait, when was the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
the day before my birthday,
When was your birthday?
Monday, the 19th.
Did you guys catch that? So she says she broke up with someone, but she had sex just a couple of days ago. With who? She's in the streets, and she's laughing because she knows this is shady. She's in the streets. She's complaining about men, but she's in the streets having her cheeks clapped left and right. Oh my God.
What's up with that guy?
He didn't want to act right either. It's just
Okay.
it
Well,
was
yeah.
I'm not in the habit of sleeping around and get your face
Yeah,
out here,
right.
my
Yeah,
son.
right.
I'm not in the habit of sleeping around with multiple people, and it was just somebody that I had been dealing with for a long, long time, and I had just broke up and I was feeling vulnerable, and things happen. I'm not ashamed. I mean,
But he's not an option for a relationship.
no, he's not ready to settle down. No.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Fair enough. 3 flaws you have to work on.
So she named everything wrong with men and everything wrong with the guys she has been dating. But let me see how much she struggles to name the flaws she has to work on, her weaknesses. It goes back to they can name everything a man does, but to them they never do anything wrong. Let's see how much she struggles to name the flaws.
My attitude. I'm a Taurus.
Ooh, give me the flowers in the comments. Give me my flowers right now. I told you niggas. The attitude. I saw it from guys, I didn't watch this video. I'm reacting to it in real time. I told you guys the attitude, the bad attitude, and I told you it's not just a stereotype. She just admitted to the bad attitude. No man is gonna deal with this kind of attitude. So which lets me know the attitude she has, those are the type of men she attracts. The men who can deal with that type of attitude. But at some point, they butt heads, so they can't get along, and it's the trauma she's facing because of her attitude. And it goes back to her mom also. She said her mom raised her to be like that. That lets me know her mom also didn't have the father around. So it's the cycle. Oh my God. Flowers
I'm
in the
very
comments.
stubborn. My
Stubborn.
mouth. I will talk back in a heartbeat, especially if I feel like you're wrong. And
See,
that's about it.
her attitude, her mouth. Thank you. You know what? For all the minutes I spent criticizing this woman, I'm actually gonna give her flowers. Because at least she knows her issue. Most women don't know. At least she knows that it's the attitude and her mouth which are the problem. And most men are not going to deal with that. Especially men who have options, men who have the money. They can't stand that. So shout out to you, mama. I know it's tough out here dating, but shout out to you for having the self-awareness.
It really. My mouth and my attitude.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
damn
why
right.
would a guy be lucky to be with you?
If you want some attitude.
Honestly, I don't need a man.
Yes, you do. You
I
on
want a
Kendra G
man.
show.
I'm not after a man for his money. I make my own money. I'm not looking for a man to be a daddy. They have dads. They're even though their dads weren't crap to me, their dads take care of them. Even though it's on the truth. They take care of them. I cook, I clean, I work, I have my own everything. I just want somebody to share it with. That's it. I just want to be happy. I don't want to be out here giving my all and loving somebody and then looking stupid for loving somebody and they're not doing the same.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
We got you. And Barbara, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I mean,
To take care of her 6 kids.
for one, I'm very loyal. If I'm with you, I'm with you. Up, downs, in and out, good times, bad times. It doesn't matter. I'm very family oriented. I mean, if you down, I'm gonna help you get up. I'm not gonna walk away when times get hard. I mean, I'm gonna love you through everything. Just
I mean, like I said, shout out to this lady for being self-aware. She said she has bad attitude and she got a mouth on her, which tells me, like I told you guys, any simple argument, she's going to be going in your ear like this, back and forth, back and forth. Most guys wouldn't deal with that. Some of you guys maybe like the trauma, the toxicity. So if that's your kind of woman, but remember she has 6 kids, so you're going to have to be a good stepdad. And then deal with the baby daddies who are toxic too, because she said the baby daddies are toxic. So you're going to be one big, beautiful family of toxicity. What do you guys think about that? Shout out to Kendra G, link down below. Damn, I was good. All right, next up, another Kendra G special. This was crazy, but let's get into it. She's 53 years old, looking for a millionaire. Let's go.
Hey, Crystal.
Hi, Kendra. How are you?
Good. Where you calling me from, love?
Calling you from Chicago. I was on your show maybe about a year ago or something.
Okay, how did it go?
It didn't go as I would have liked for it to have gone. So that's why I'm on here this evening to give it another opportunity to hopefully maybe do some matchmaking for me, as you just stated, how you give people the opportunity to meet people all across the world. So I'm
Yes.
very grateful to be on here. I don't take it in vain.
Okay, you look good. Your hair looks nice.
Oh, thank you. And you as
Oh, thank you, girlfriend. I have to get to know. I don't remember everything, so I'm gonna take it from the top. How old are
That's
you?
I do. That's okay.
How old are you, honey?
I'm 53.
Ooh, 53. Let me tell you something. I've been getting my ladies in my 50s just making us know that, listen, you still gonna be just as fly. You look good.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We have a slight echo. I'll work through it, but I
Oh,
wonder if we can fix it.
okay. I don't know if it's coming from my phone. I might be in the place that I am. It's kind of not a lot of. It's kind of
It's
probably
not that bad.
okay.
So I'll work with it. Okay.
Uh,
So Crystal, Chicago, 53. What you do for a living?
I'm a realtor and I'm a business owner.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
I think that's the new trend these days for the women. Realtor, business owner, entrepreneur, and traveling. Those are the main three. Most women say that these days.
I have 3 boys, 3 grown boys.
How old are your 3 grown boys?
One of them is 30, the other one's 23, and the other one is 18.
All by the same man?
2 different men. The youngest children are with the same father, and the oldest is with another gentleman.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
Never been married.
Okay. And what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces.
Mhm.
All right. So we got Crystal, Chicago, 53 Pisces, a realtor, also a business owner, mom to 3 boys by 2 men. What
Yes.
kind of man you looking for, girl?
I'm looking for a well-established gentleman that is looking for a nice woman like myself, that's willing to and wanting to travel the world.
What did I say? Guys, what did I say? I get it. I react to this video so many times, but it is the truth. It's the trend these days for these women. Realtor, entrepreneur, and traveling. Those are the main three things they talk about these days. I don't know who started this trend, but it's crazy. 53-year-old woman saying the same things 25-year-old women are saying. And she's looking for a man to take out traveling around the world. Retirement plan, in other words. Sugar baby, sugar daddy.
Understands life, knows how to treat a woman. I don't have to take him to school to understand how to do that. I don't mind having children. That's, that I'm old enough to where as if children are on the table. And pretty much so just looking for a gentleman that's going to treat a lady like myself right.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Oh my.
My deal breakers are I really want someone that's authentic, that tells the truth. I'm a very mature woman, so I can handle the truth. So that would be a deal breaker for me, just not being honest, because I believe that if your energy is honesty, then you're going to get honesty back. So that would be a deal breaker for me. Someone that doesn't have respect for women, that would be a deal breaker for me. And what else could be a deal breaker? I guess probably if you don't have a sense of humor. Like, I like someone that can make me laugh, like most women should do. If a man can make you laugh, then that's a good start in the right direction.
They
So
say
I
the
like to laugh.
same things, bro.
Okay.
The same
Should he
shit.
look a certain way?
I mean, preferably, I would definitely like a handsome man. I don't want a short guy so much per se.
And she's 53. Asking for the same things women 20 years her junior are asking for. Women from 21 to 53, actually, women from 21 to 45 are asking for the same things she's asking for. But there's only a small percentage of men who fit that criteria. So they're all competing for the same kind of man and overlooking the average normal guys just because they can't take them traveling and fly them out of the country. Just because they can't take them for $500 dinner dates, they skip over those guys. Just because the guy is not 6 feet. Because she's 53, but she's also looking for a LeBron James kind of guy. She's gonna die single. I mean, what can I say?
I want someone that's handsome, someone that's physically fit. Yeah, that's pretty much so it.
Okay. Should you make a certain amount of money?
Preferably, I would like for him to make a pretty good amount of money. Yeah.
Oh man,
Okay.
here
What's
we go.
great to you?
I don't want to say anything that's too over the top because the last time I did that went over everybody's head. So
Okay, what did you say the last time?
the last time I said I wanted someone that was a millionaire.
You didn't get
Oh,
it.
why don't I remember this? Okay. What about money? Do we gotta make a certain amount of money?
I personally, myself, I want a millionaire myself.
Oh, so 7 figures.
7 figures.
So I'm assuming, okay, let's stay here for a minute. I'm assuming you date millionaires.
I've worked at the stock exchange. I've been around millionaires my whole
That's
life. So
not what I asked you. I said, do you date?
I've
millionaires?
dated millionaires as well. Yes.
So what happened with those relationships?
Clearly, they are not with you right now. So clearly, there's something wrong. Clearly, you have to look in the mirror and say, okay, I've dated millionaires, I've been around millionaires, but none of the millionaires were willing to stay with me long term or even to marry me. So maybe I'm the issue, like a little bit of self-awareness, a little bit of looking in the mirror and thinking, what could I be doing wrong? But no, she's 53, at 63 and at 73, she's going to be waiting for the millionaire. Damn.
Just didn't work out. Nothing personal. If something doesn't work out, I just let it go. It's nothing personal. I don't take anything personal. I feel like we all are on this journey to live our lives and do whatever we want to do. So when something doesn't work out, I just let it move on its way.
I feel you. So you dated how many millionaires you say?
I would probably say maybe
She's
about
gonna
5
lie.
or 6. I don't know. I've been doing this journey.
See, she's saying she's dated 5 or 6 millionaires. She doesn't know. So she's just out here dating millionaires. You guys believe this BS? I'm not saying she's a bad looking woman, but I can guarantee she was a better looking woman 20 years ago. But I'm not seeing millionaires just dating 53-year-old women just like that out of the blue, just for the sake of it. She may be speaking about times when she was 25 years old.
Ever since I was in my middle 20s.
Okay.
Oh my God, guys, I didn't watch this video. How did I know she was talking about when she was 25? Oh my God, give me my flowers, please. Flowers in the comments for Boogie. Oh my God. She's talking about when she was 25 because I can tell she was really, really, really beautiful. Nice chocolate sister when she was 25. But I think what happens to some women, they date a guy with money and they never ever wanna date a guy who has less money. When they find a guy who's taking them on expensive dinner dates, maybe even traveling, trips, vacation, shopping and things like that, when they get one guy or two guys or three guys who spoil them, they never want to deal with the average guy ever again. So even when they become 45, 55, 65, they are stuck in the mindset that the only men they should date are the same men who were spoiling her when they were 25. So they get stuck in that mindset. And I understand it. It's tough to experience a good life and wanting to go backwards. But they need to wake up and realize those are very few guys who are willing to spend money like that and who have money like that. You have to be realistic and come back to the average guy like me. I'm going to show you some good loving, baby. But you don't want me because I'm not going to take you to Cancun or Mexico. That's on you.
So with that being said, 5 or 6 millionaires, and that's a big feat. Not a lot of women, first of all, not a lot of people even meet millionaires, let alone date millionaires, right? So if you dated 6 millionaires, what was the issue with any of them that could not go long term?
Good question.
A lot of times I think when you're in a certain caliber inside of your life, you have the option to move around and do whatever you want to do. And at those particular times in my life, I was a lot younger. I didn't know what I had sitting in front of me. So I probably wasn't taking my exposure as seriously as I should have at that time. So now that I'm a much more mature woman, if I get my run again, I'm definitely going to take advantage of that.
So
guys, just put the flowers down in the comments. What did I just say? When they date a millionaire or two, even if he's not a millionaire, but he has money and is willing to spend on them, they get stuck in that mindset. It's like a sugar rush. It's like they have a sweet tooth for those kind of men. So they refuse to date average guys. They may fuck on them here and there, let them clap cheeks, but they still believe they are entitled to that kind of man. So they'll spend 30, 40, 50 years still hoping to find another man, another rich man who's willing to spoil them. So they overlook all the average guys. Because she's talking about times when she was 25. I can tell from her facial structure, she was a really, really, really drop dead gorgeous. So I can tell that rich men were really after her when she was younger. But now time has passed, but she's still stuck in the past of I only deserve millionaires and rich guys to date.
When was the last time you dated a millionaire? How old were you?
The last time I was
She's gonna lie.
in my
She's
maybe
gonna lie.
40s.
So we're saying
Even 40s, she's 53. Even 40s, that's a long time ago. At least, what? She's 53, so a good 10 years ago. So she's still stuck in that. She's still hoping to find another millionaire, even if she had one or two, even if she had 20 of them. She's still hoping to find it the same lifestyle, the same rich guy who's going to spoil her. But time has gone. Those rich guys want younger women.
10 years
About
ago?
10 years ago.
Okay, so 10 years ago was the last time you dated a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're saying, so what at 51 do you wish you would have knew at 40 so you could have just locked it in?
Well, for one, I think that your environment is extremely important. And as I stated earlier, I worked at the stock exchange. I worked at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange in Chicago. So my whole exposure and my whole everything was the entity of finance and money. So I would tell my younger self to look at your environment and take advantage of the opportunity for the environments that you're in. And don't be afraid to let go of anything that's not serving you properly. So for me personally, at 51 years old, I was just in the presence of a high affluent entertainer. I don't think he knew that I was 10 years older than him. And I told him no. I told him I was not going to go home with him and hang out with him personally. So
But let's get there. Okay. That's not what you want, though. You don't want to just go home with somebody and hang out. Are you, or are you seeking that? Or are you seeking?
No. That's why I turned that down, because that's not what I want. I want respect behind the money.
Right. Now let me ask you this. Those millionaires that you dated, were they situations like that, or were you in relationships?
They were probably more situationships that could have turned into relationships had I taken my environment seriously.
So you think, so the reason it wasn't a relationship was on your accord, not the guy's accord?
I would probably say yes, because I think that we have the opportunity to lead the situation because we have the power in the situation.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, so what happens, because like I said, I keep saying this, I can tell like 20 years ago, she was a really like drop dead gorgeous. She's not bad looking now, but you know, there's obviously a difference. We all get old, right? So 20 years ago, she was a drop dead gorgeous. So she probably had 5, 10, even 20, even 30 rich men going after her. So all she did was trying to act like she's always going to have them coming for her. So because it happens even right now, women have so many options on social media, men flying in their DMs all the time. So they always think the grass will be greener. And then years go, 5 years, 10, 15, and they're still thinking the options will be open. And then before they know it, they're 53, still hoping to find a millionaire.
Let me tell you the reason why. And this is why I'm asking you, because like you, I live in a world of men who are fluid and have money.
Okay.
The biggest thing that I have seen is a lot of them do not want to become husbands because it doesn't, in their mind, it doesn't make a benefit. Now, we could challenge that disbelief all day long.
Okay.
But that, now, of course, there are millionaire men who are married. And so I'm not saying that all men that got money do not get married. But I think even in your own experience, this is why I was asking you about your experience.
Okay.
If you dated 6 millionaires and they were all situationships, would that not be a sign that these were not men that were trying to settle down and become a husband, or no?
Well,
That's
for
true.
me, As I stated, I think that when I was in my youth, in my prime, everything was at my footsteps, but I didn't realize it.
Okay.
So had I
That's what I said. When they're young and beautiful and every man is throwing themselves at them, they think it's going to be the same 20 years later, 30 years later. They think when they're 50, when they're 60, rich men are still going to be throwing themselves at her, at them. So they leave all the good guys. They even, brush off some rich guys, hoping and thinking more rich men will keep coming 10 years later, 20 years later. But she's realizing, hey, I'm 53 and no more rich men want me.
I understood what I was in front of, I could have made the relationship work for me. That's I could have controlled that relationship for me.
So you can't. Where those men at? I mean, they still alive. Why can't you go back to those guys?
They're dealing with
They were
younger
once
women.
at the stock exchange. I'm not in that environment anymore. I'm an entrepreneur myself, pursuing my own dreams, my own goals, my own aspirations. And so I'm totally focused like a deer in headlights with making my business and my real estate industry pop for myself. So I'm not really focused on that so much per se. I'm focused on me and mine more than anything.
Got you. Okay. So if he doesn't make $1 million, he's not an option.
No, that's not true. I want a millionaire. But if as long as he is taking
what is the fair minimum there? Because if you want a millionaire, I'm assuming 100K would be too low.
No, I would probably say at least maybe 200. Okay. Around that much.
And the only reason she wants a man who makes 200,000 or even $1 million, like she really wants a millionaire, but she's saying she'll give the guy who makes 200K a chance. That's because she has the expensive lifestyle that she wants the man to come take care of. Because they throw around the whole, I'm a boss lady, entrepreneur, I do my own thing, I make my own money. But really, they want the man to come to pay their bills so they don't have to spend their money or they don't have to work as much. So she wants to drop down from working 40 hours to 20 hours. I mean, who wouldn't? I would take the deal too. But that's what they really want, a man willing to come and spend money on them. That's why they want him to have lots of money.
And it went all the way left in the comments and all this stuff, because that was my take on it. But for me, I don't think it's hard to find men that are well established. I think it's all about where you place yourself and what you want in life and the energy that you're attracting to yourself. So I don't want to necessarily do that again because I don't want to have to be bothered with all of that. But definitely someone that's very well established. If that's good enough. I don't want to put a number on.
That's fine. I guess if I can ask you a few questions. Have you ever dated a millionaire?
Yeah, because I used to work at the stock exchange. So that was my environment at that time. So after I worked there, I understood, that you place yourself in environments. It's your network is your net worth. So if you place yourself in the right environments, then your exposure is there. So that was my exposure.
Okay.
But you're older now.
With that mindset, and I do agree. You put yourself in those environments. Are you doing that now?
Oh, yes, for sure. I'm a realtor and a business owner. So I'm only going to the places that are going to help me advance my businesses.
Okay. So when you meet these men, because I'm going to tell you right now, I do actually, and I know it to be true. I have millionaire men that do watch the show, but if you're in the face of one, and this is important, are y'all like communicating? Is he asking you out on dates?
I would say, yeah. I'm not just going in, I don't want anybody asking me about, what I make. So I'm not going in the door doing that, but I'm in the environments where I know that that's where my surroundings are. So, it's pretty much so that's just what it is. But, I don't go in the door asking anyone, how much money do they make? I think that's
no, I get that. I wasn't asking that. I guess I was asking, since you're in these circles, are these men approaching you? Like, since you're in, okay. So you're dating right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'll move on. I guess I just want to kind of get whatever the minimum is. So you said a millionaire before. If a man made less than 200K, is that too low?
No, because in all honesty, Kendra, it's not. It is what a person makes, but it really is what a person does with the finances and what they think of you as a woman. So yeah, I think with 6 figures plus, I think that you could probably handle doing nice things and encouraging your woman and stuff like that. So,
And there it is. That's the only reason they want men who make more than 6 figures, because they want you to do nice things for them. What do those nice things look like, you ask? Well, traveling is for one, because if right now she's paying for her own trips, when she gets in a relationship, you best believe she wants you to pay for the trips now. If right now she's taking herself once a month to nice restaurants, when you're dating, it's going to be a weekly thing. And if she has never even been to an expensive restaurant, she's going to expect you to do it. Gifts, maybe even her rent, even just cash money just for the sake of it. So those are things some of you guys who have the money should be thinking about. Okay, it's not that she just wants you to make this money. No, she wants you to spend it on her for high lifestyle. Just word to a wise.
yeah.
Okay, they want me to ask this question. Are you currently dating a millionaire now?
She's gonna lie.
No, I'm not. No,
Okay.
currently right now I'm just moving around throughout the city, but I mean, it's not like that's not my environment because
She's in the
that's where I
streets.
place myself. So I can say yay or nay to one. It's my option. I mean,
Okay, we're gonna leave it there. Let's do the Kendrick hand.
Okay. I'm gonna have my girlfriend hold the phone for me.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hi. I'm not. Oh shit! Wait a minute. Here, let me. Well, this cord is pretty long, so. Okay, is this
All
right? Right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, Candace.
Yeah, she looks good. She's pretty in good shape for a 53-year-old lady. But I can tell 20 years ago, she was a drop dead. I can assure you that. Like, I can tell her facial structure 20 years ago, even maybe 30 years ago, she was smoking hot. So I see why she's still stuck in the past. That just because she used to get rich men then, when she was 23, she thinks she can still command a rich man now. Now, unless the guy is 80 years old, but I can guarantee you right now, I don't think she wants an 80-year-old man.
Like your outfit.
Thank you very much, Kendra.
She still looks good.
Crystal, would you take outside your race?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean,
Of course, she's all about the money.
Yeah. I mean, there is no, I mean, if you are trying to live your life and enjoy life, you can't allow yourself to be limited to one race. I mean, my preference is, of course, to be with my own kind because we have things more in common. We understand each other. But the reality of it is that if you're, enjoying life and you're leveling up, you cannot discriminate.
Okay.
I told you, she's all about the moolah, man. It's all about the Benjamins, man. So she's looking for a retirement plan. She's tired of working, whatever she's doing. She just wants a rich man, a sugar daddy, just to take her traveling, buy her nice things, like she said, level up the lifestyle, like she said. And that's why she's demanding a guy who has that much money. If I'm to predict, my prediction is she's probably never going to find that guy again. It's going to be slim to none. And Slim, last I heard, Slim was, in a coma last night. He went into a coma last night in the hospital. So I don't know if she's going to find that millionaire man or any man who's willing to just spend money on her. Especially when that kind of man can get her version of a 25-year-old. Because she's competing with younger women for the same kind of man. They are all skipping over the average guy and only want rich guys who are willing to spend money on them and take them on trips. This was a good video. So much to learn. What do you guys think? It's crazy out here dating. Shout out to Kendra G, man. Link down below. All right, next up. I got so many Kendra G's, so let me do Ashley first. All right, shout out to Ashley. Link down below. Let's go. This woman says she has a sugar daddy who gives her free money. I don't believe it, but let's see.
Okay, alrighty. So what brings you up tonight?
So I had a quick question, right? Because I've watched your stories and I've been watching like your stuff, and you give good advice, and the advice is valid. It works. So if you like, I have like someone that I already know that I've like met before, and they are quite generous, but they're not as serious when it comes to commitment. But like they can spend, but it's just not commitment.
Okay. So you want to be committed to this. How did you meet them?
Funny enough, we actually met at a coffee shop in Cali, and he happened to be like extremely well to do. I didn't know until I, did my research a little bit.
Okay.
But
And now he's giving you money without any expectation.
literally,
Okay.
I know it's like what's wrong with that? But it's like I feel like I could kind of like benefit more if he was like more serious. Does that make sense?
I don't believe her. She has a rich man giving her money and doesn't see her, and she's complaining. I don't believe her.
But what do you mean benefit more in what way? So he's giving you money all the time. He's buying you nice
I mean,
things.
it's not like all the time. It's like whenever like I ask for like if it's like an emergency, then like yeah, like it could be like a good 10, 14.
10, 14,000.
Yeah.
Okay. And how often are these emergencies? Are you coming up with them every week, every day?
Probably like every like 2 months I space it out.
Okay, every 2 months. And then that's it. So every 2 months you'll hit him with an emergency. Between that emergency and the next one, do you guys communicate at all? Like,
Yeah, we talk. It's like regular, like extreme, like cordial, very, very formal, like yeah. And then sometimes it'll be like a little freaky text here and there, but then that's pretty much just it.
and he a freaky text, but he never says, "Hey, come over to my house. I want to."
He stays in a different state than I do, so we barely even see. But it's just yeah.
Okay, so
She's
I don't
lying.
know. He may be in something. He may be married. He may be in a relationship if he lives in another state, and he can freely give you 10,000. Let's say every month, as you said. There got to be someone he's with in that other state. Maybe someone he's more committed to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Because then, but then I also did like my research to like Google to see if there was anybody like since like he is kind of like very known, but there is nobody else popping up. So
okay, but how about this? With the money that you have now, why not continue leveling up and find you another one? Go back to the same coffee shop instead of.
Yo, are you guys, are rich men out here just giving out free money just like this? Like well, they do it on OnlyFans, but I'm talking about in real life where they just find women in coffee shops and give out 15,000 a month just for the sake of it. Is this a real thing? Like just for the sake of it, no strings attached. I don't know. Sounds like a drug dealer or someone who just had like a big inheritance from their dad or mom or something.
Focusing on him, get 5 more of him.
Yeah, could do that. That could be easy.
Yeah, that would be quicker and easier. Yeah,
and I have to get the gap too, so it's pretty easy. So I was just like, okay, well, I mean, since this one ain't really working, I can pretty much, yeah, okay, all right.
That's how I see it. Go back to the coffee shop. Put yourself together and snag another one.
Yeah, because it's always like the natural looks whenever I go out. So like, yeah.
Do the exact look. Whatever look helped pull him in, do that exact look.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I just want to, get that out the way, just to make sure, because I don't like being Delulu, but I like asking questions.
No, but how can you be Delulu if he's sending you money, you got the guy, and it's working? I don't think that's delusional.
She's lying.
It's just because it's like, but here's the crazy part, right? Because this is where everybody says like it's crazy.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're muted. You're on mute.
So I didn't hear. I'm sorry. That was
Go ahead.
The last part. But like, yeah. So like, we've known for like 2 years, and I've just been getting money, but I just haven't really seen him like that.
Oh, this was 2 years. I'm thinking you just met this guy. Like,
no, this has been 2 years of consistency.
Oh, okay.
She sounds like she's lying.
I guess I could just like go, like you said, just get more then. So yeah.
So you have to know what's up then. If it's been 2 years, then you have to know what's up. He's probably married. Yeah, I'm assuming married. And he comes to the city to see you. Does he come to the city at all to see you?
I don't get bothered at all. It's pretty much just what you need help with, and then I send it your way.
Okay.
I don't believe this. You guys believe this? And she met a man one time, then he started sending her $15,000 a month, and that's it, and there's nothing else. but she's not satisfied because satisfied, that's the word, right? Satisfied with him because she wants a relationship and is not giving a relationship. Now she's complaining to Ashley. I don't believe it. I don't know. For some reason, I have a feeling she just came to show off and it's not true. Because every woman would want this deal. Like a man giving her money and there's no exchange for sex or even seeing him or doing anything. Because women do crazy things for money in Dubai, if you guys have heard about those stories. But you have a man giving you free money and you're complaining because he doesn't want to be in a relationship. He's just giving you free money and you're complaining. Like most women will take that deal and run with it. And she's here complaining. That's why I don't believe her. It could be true. There's always a possibility of truth. But I find it hard to believe because she's complaining about it. Most women wouldn't even want to come to the internet with this because they would be fearing other women will take those men away from them. Because women steal each other's men all the time, each other's sugar daddies all the time. So it's very easy for another woman to find her on Instagram, stalk her, and try to figure out who the sugar daddy is, and then steal the sugar daddy. But because she's here bragging, so I don't believe it.
And what about in the last 2 years? You haven't been back to that coffee shop?
No, and I think like only met like just that one time.
Okay,
See?
there's no other spots you go to, but why wouldn't you go
No,
back?
I'm a homebody, so like, okay, so I tend to meet people without going out. Like I can like basically do that. Like I can meet people without really having to go out, and it tends to work out for me. So that's all just like,
But how are you doing that without going out?
yeah, I'm really weird. I have like the gift of gab, so like I can kind of spot them whether it's like online or just in person. So it's like it's kind of easy to just kind of like target them and then like know how to like go from there.
Okay, and with the guys that you are meeting online, because you said you are a smooth talker, are they also sending you money over the last 2 years?
Yeah, and it's pretty, I mean, it's pretty basic for most of them because it's like if you kind of know where to fill in, then that's where like it helps out. So like most of the time, like before like I'm dating somebody, I kind of like analyze, I see what they need, I see what they're missing, then you know, you just fit what they need. So
And what are those things typically that
sometimes they're just really just want somebody to talk to. It's really just companionship, loneliness, and really somebody that can actually hold a conversation because most people I guess can't even do that. So and I can pretty much come up with any conversation just like that.
Okay, so
she's full of shit. I call cap. I don't even believe it. But I just wanted to go through this video to see if you guys agree with this. That a man is out there giving a woman money for 2 years just for the sake of it, for conversation. I don't believe it. So I don't know. All right, hold on, guys, real quick. Sorry guys, had to handle some business. All right, next up, Kendra G. Let's go.
I didn't get the questions. I was in Tulum. It was around May. I was in Tulum with my best friend for her birthday, and I was running to the bathroom attendant because I had it all set up. And you were like, "Girl, enjoy your friend's birthday," and hung up on me.
Ooh. Well, let's try it again.
But I'm ready now, I think. Let me
Is it
check my-
Nettie?
Yes, Nettie,
Nettie, where you calling me from?
in the Bay Area,
Bay
Oakland.
Area. How old are you?
39.
And what you do for a living?
I do a lot. I'm a beekeeper for my daughter's honey business, Nuggets Liquid Gold. I own my own natural hair care company, Grow My Glory. But where I'm retiring from is the utility company here in the Bay Area. I am hard to explain, but I'm an electric operator.
All right, so you're a beekeeper, you have your own natural care company, and you work at a utility company.
Yeah,
Okay. You said how many kids do you have?
just one.
How old's your daughter?
She will be 3 in August.
Okay, why you not with the dad?
It's a long story, but long story short, we were never in a relationship, and we tried to make a relationship happen once we found out we were pregnant. And I found out he was having another baby a couple of weeks before I delivered.
Oh wow.
Well, you were not in a relationship, so that means you are doing your own thing. He was doing your own thing. You guys just happened to, I don't know. I guess he didn't pull out. Then you guys made a baby, so you cannot blame him. Now, if you guys are in an established, committed relationship prior, then that would be one thing. So please don't blame the guy.
Wow.
Right.
That
So
sucks. Okay. That sucks. So yeah, both of y'all pregnant at the same time. Ooh, that's
and
He
I
was
didn't
in the
know till my
streets.
daughter was like 5 months.
Oh, you had your baby. 5 months pregnant?
No, until she was 5 months. That's when we split.
And the other girl was pregnant or about to have a baby?
She was about to have the baby.
Ooh, that's tough. Okay.
Right.
Do y'all co-parent well?
Oh no, I have full custody. He lives in a whole nother state. She lives in a whole nother state. I think they're doing whatever they want to do, but it's just me and my baby here. It's just that.
Okay. And what's your
Damn, another broken household. Just like that, because she was in the streets, the guy was in the streets, they had a baby, he had a baby also elsewhere. And the same cycle, man. The same cycle. And now she's looking for a stepfather.
zodiac
Damn.
sign?
Capricorn.
All right, let's do it. We got Nettie, Bay Area, 39. Bay Area is California.
Yeah.
39, Capricorn, does as a beekeeper, natural hair company, and retiring from the utility company soon. Has a daughter that's 3 years old. Have you ever been married?
No, engaged but never married.
Okay. All right. What kind of man you looking for, honey?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. He's got to believe in God. He has to be kind. Good. I love a man that's good with his hands. I love a man that he has to want to be married. He has to want to be a husband. He has to want to be a father. I want more children.
But did she think about these things before she had a baby with the other guy? Because they were having sex, but it was not a committed relationship. So did she have those same standards with the guy she had a baby with? Or did she come up with these standards after she became a single mom? Anybody know the answer to that question?
Oh God, it's a lot. He has to want to come around my family. So the previous relationships I was in, I was always going and going and going and giving. It was never reciprocated. So he has to be able to reciprocate at least the bare minimum, reciprocate what I give. And I feel a lot.
And what'd you give?
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Atheist, multiple baby mamas. I'll settle for 2, but you have to be active in your children's life. I have a whole list, Kendra. It's all on my profile.
They always have lists for things they want from a man. But one thing they never have is a list for things they give to a man. They just say, I'm the prize, I'm the table, I'm a woman, I'm a queen, goddess. but they never have a full list of tangible things they bring to a man's life. But they have thousands and thousands of lists for what they expect from a man. Oh, man.
He can't be insecure. Has to have a job. Like the other lady said, no sassy men. You got to be a man. You got to be a man. You got to know how to change a tire. If you can cook, cool. I'm an excellent cook. I love to cook. Dating me is different than marrying me. It's a setup to what you will get once we get married. But
no man should ever take that deal, because for a man, they want you to do husband duties before you get married. And you're gonna be like, oh, Boogie, what are the husband duties? The main thing is they're gonna have to see you can provide. No woman marries a man if he cannot provide prior to marriage. It's not like they're like, oh, don't provide for me now, don't show me you can provide, don't buy anything for me, don't take me out, don't do nice things for me. After we get married, then you can do the nice thing for me. They want to know you can provide from the get-go. From the first date, they want you to pay for the date, which means you're showing you can be a provider. But they want to wait to show you wifely duties after the marriage. Which man is going to sign up for that deal? I don't know. Good luck.
As far as deal breakers, my deal breakers are different in dating as if opposed to long-term relationship. If we're dating and it's not going anywhere, we could kick it, we could be cool. I am celibate right now. We could do
of course
movies or whatever, but if it gets to a point where we're going to be serious, there's a lot of like gay. I'm sorry to my LGBT community, but I won't deal with a man who's been gay, is gay, bisexual, or wants to be gay, or has gay thoughts. That's not in my spirit. What else? It's a lot. It's all on my profile.
I think that's a bad requirement, but you said, what did you say?
Yeah, but that's the thing, Kendra. They have long lists of things they want from a man, but they never talk about the long list of things they bring to a man's life. Like, she can have all the lists she wants, and kudos to her for knowing what she wants, even if we know those things change depending on the age. Because I can tell you right now, I think she's 39. When she was 25, she didn't have that kind of list, right? So whatever they want changes all the time, depending on how they woke up from last night, right? But until women can have long lists of things they bring to a man's life, it's going to be the same cycle.
I can't remember. Those are your deal breakers?
Yeah, deal breakers.
Okay. Could he have kids? I know you said you want kids.
No more than 2.
Okay, you got kids. Okay. Should he look a certain way?
No, we talked about the 6. I prefer taller men. I am 5'4.5", but I look tall. I like to wear tall shoes. So if I'll go 5'10" and up. I do like black men.
Damn.
I am pro-black. I'll take a Paul Wall though. I will take a Paul Wall.
A 5'4" woman only wants 5'10" guys. So 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9" guys are too short for a 5'4" woman. Now tell me why this kind of woman won't die single. Because in other words, if a guy who's 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", has good qualities, but because he's not 5'10", he's not a good man anymore, he's not good and worthy of being in a relationship with, and he's got to come in and be a stepdad. Like some of these standards are crazy. I don't know if they do it for the show, for the attention, and in real life they may date a guy who's 5'6". I don't know. I think they would date a Kevin Hart if he has the money anyway. But it's like, why would you limit yourself? Because there could be a good guy out there who's 5'7", who's good for her, but the moment she says 5'10", then he's gonna be like, okay, I won't even bother reaching out, because I mean, you only want guys who are 5'10". So she's limiting herself.
Paul Wall is a famous white rapper.
Yes, I'll take
He's
Paul
married
Wall.
to a black woman.
Yes.
So you'll date a white man with a black swag?
I'll date other race with Black knowledge.
What does that mean?
I don't know what
Meaning
that
you have to be okay with the culture. You have to be okay with a bonnet. You have to be okay with getting nails done. You have to be okay with the fact that my daughter is a Black woman. And with Black women, we do come with Black women situations and Black women issues and Black women complaints. And if you're not willing to listen to that and help me work my way through that, or even, you know, be the security that I need and the comfort that I need, that when I am having a bad day, I can come home and just feel safe, because you already know what I've dealt with. You already know or have an idea that my life is not easy.
Okay.
So now imagine she says she would date a white man if he understands Black culture. Now imagine a Black man said the same exact thing. Do you know how women would attack him? Do you know how Black women would say, "Oh, you hate Black women. Your mama is Black. How dare you?" Dr. Uma Johnson would be coming for the guy. But Black women are allowed to say they can date white men, and nobody should say anything because it's their preference. But as soon as a Black guy says the same thing, hell breaks loose. It's funny to me.
So, have you ever dated a white man?
No.
But you're open to it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
That's a loaded question too. Yes and
Here we
no.
go. Here we go.
Making a lot and having a lot are two different things. If you have your assets, if you have the mindset of wealth is what I'm seeking for. So yes, there is a dollar amount. I'll start with 200 annually, but that 200 consists of like property, other businesses, 401k, trust fund, things of that sort, things that I'm building to leave with my baby that my parents have left for me.
So I gotta be a stepfather, and I gotta have to make 200K to be a stepfather, and I gotta be 5'10". How is this not limiting your options, mama? How is this not a sure way of making yourself die a single mom, die alone? So you're saying a man who makes 150,000 is not good enough? You're saying a man who's 5'8" is not good enough? And he's got to be a stepfather because you're a single mom. Yet you didn't have these same requirements for your baby daddy. Damn, man, it's crazy out here.
Okay. Would you date a man that made less than 200K, or that's the minimum?
Minimum.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, we need prayers. We need, as Black men, we need to go 6 months on a food strike for some of the standards these women have. She said 200K is minimum. In other words, if a man makes $195,000, I'm not even going to say 199. I'll just say 195,000 is not good enough. And you know the only reason they say that kind of money? Because they want you to come in and pay for their lifestyles, the traveling, the Dubai trips, the Jamaica trips, Cancun, Turks and Caicos, Bali. You know, they want you to come in and do that lifestyle so they can take photos for the gram to make their homegirls jealous. The bags, the shopping, the date, the expensive dinner dates. She has a baby, so you gotta take care of the baby. You gotta be a good rich stepdad.
So,
well, like I said, that's loaded. If you like 150 and you have like 12 properties, that's your 200 right there. That's a mindset.
So if I make 150, I gotta have 12 properties, 12 houses to qualify for a single mom.
okay. So if his assets either make 200K or have assets that equal up to 200K.
Minimum.
And you have a 3-year-old child, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming your 3-year-old child's father fit that requirement.
We were never in a relationship until we got pregnant.
Oh my God. So the baby daddy didn't require those, she didn't have the same standards for the baby daddy. But for the new man who's going to be a stepdad, You gotta have 12 houses and make 150,000 minimum. Otherwise, you gotta make $200,000. And her excuse is she wasn't in a relationship with a baby daddy. It means it was like a one night stand. So she can have one night stands and make a whole human. But for the stepdaddy, for the new stepfather, you gotta have all these things in place. So she's doing things the opposite side. Damn.
You know, the men are gonna say you gave a man a baby who didn't fit that requirement. Why did
Exactly.
So the situation with my daughter, I found out I was pregnant 1 year after my mom passed.
Okay, so we don't
So
care.
for me to wait this long, obviously there is a requirement. If I waited this long to have and I don't want to call my baby an accident baby, so I'm gonna call her a blessed baby, because she came at a point where something was missing and she filled a void. If that makes sense.
But that has nothing to do with a new man who's going to be a stepfather. Why have these ridiculous requirements? The man who's willing to be a stepfather, when you didn't have those same requirements for the man you had a baby for. He was good enough to have a baby for, with no standards, no requirements. But me as a stepfather, I gotta be, shit.
So no.
I mean, I lost a mother, so I do know the trauma when you lose mothers and you go through things like that. We'll move forward. I'll just ask this final question.
Okay.
Hypothetical. Let's just say two things can happen. One, there could be a man watching and he fits your requirement and wants to date you, and then we got a match. If you don't find a man that fits that requirement that wants to date you, are you okay with never dating again?
No, God has a man for me. My husband's.
They say the same thing. So every single mom, for some reason, believes that God has a man making all this kind of money who's willing to be a stepdad. Every single mom believes that God in the sky has a husband store full of rich husbands, keeping them just for them. Even if all of them ask for the same archetype of man, they all believe God has a store where he's keeping all these men for them.
Out there.
Crazy.
No, I'm saying I'm saying hypothetical. Let's say your husband's out there, but he doesn't make 200K, or you are for certain God will send you a man that has 200K or plus.
Ask and I provide.
Okay. Well, there you
Delusion.
I'm so
Alright,
faithful. I believe it. God, I mean, if he's working his way to that, if we're in like the 125 to 200, and I see, like I said, it's a mindset, and your mind is, if you got a late start, I'm cool with that. But as long as you're working your way to that, I just don't want to. I don't want to stop my progression, and I don't want to revert back. I don't want to backpedal. As a man, it takes a certain type of man to accept this and to appreciate it. And I don't want to put you in a position to where you're struggling to show your appreciation.
Have you ever dated a man that fits that tax category?
Good question. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a cheater.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course he was a cheater. Let me guess. He was controlling. Let me guess. He was abusive too. You all just want a perfect man. Like I said, they believe God has a company where he manufactures perfect rich men who are willing to be stepfathers. And every single mom wants one of those guys. Now, God is the greatest. He's almighty, the creator of heaven and earth. But you're going to have to convince me that God has, I don't know, like what, 10 million men, perfect million men, rich men, willing to be stepfathers. I will believe it when God shows me those guys who are willing to be stepfathers.
Okay, so now we're getting deeper. So make this amount of money and be faithful.
I'm faithful, and I make it.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kendra.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
So
question.
you dated the man that made that tax amount, but he wasn't faithful.
No.
So faithful is really your deal breaker, not the money.
Yeah. The mindset, and it's all, like I said, it's all in the mindset. You have to want these things. There's a man out there that wants to be in a relationship, that wants to be successful, that wants this partner, this life, this helpmate that's going to help him progress.
But are you those things, and does he want you? There are other women in your situation who want the same kind of man, but they're not as entitled as you are.
A whole bunch of helpmates that does a little bit here. This one does this one does that. No, I do it all. I can do it all. I'm a helpmate.
No, listen, of course the man exists. The question is it has to be a match, right? So he has
Yeah.
to want you back. And
Exactly.
according to this conversation, you already talked to God about this.
Oh yeah, we talk every day. I prayed before I got on here.
Oh, well, okay. All right, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay. I'm in my car, so let me see if I can.
This is crazy.
And I am at work.
This is crazy.
Okay, we see the hits, girl. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I mean, she's
Okay.
thick for the brothers who want thick,
I receive,
thickum,
honey. What was that?
thickums, right?
What's that? That
I like her sunroof too, so I guess she makes some good money. I mean, it's probably a car note, but she's not a bad looking woman. But her standards and entitlement and boundaries and preferences just make her just unattractive.
what was that show back? That dancing girl, not Fame. What's that famous movie? Because you have on like the outfit that girl. I don't know.
I know
How
what
old
you're
are
talking
you?
about.
Oh,
When
you're
he lifted up.
39. I'm older than you. I forget.
No, I know what you're talking about. Dirty Dancing.
No, not Dirty Dancing.
Not Dirty
It's
Dancing?
okay. Forget about it.
Okay.
It's an old movie. I was a kid, but either way. All right. When was your last relationship, Nettie?
Outside of my daughter's father, it was my ex-fiance 2020.
Okay, it was Flashdance. Thank you, my
Flashdance.
season cousins like me. It was Flashdance. 2019. Oh, are you not having sex until marriage or relationship?
Relationship.
Okay. 2019. You don't, and the last time you had sex was 3 years ago?
See, my daughter would be about. Remember, I found out when she was 5 months, so about 3 years ago.
Okay. 3 flaws we have to work on.
Here we go.
I can be very stubborn.
Entitled.
And I wrote it down. Hold on.
I hope you have entitled in there in the flaws.
I work a lot, and sometimes my punctuality is a little delayed.
You should have added I'm entitled, and I'm very delusional. Another flaw you should have had, Mama, is you clearly don't understand how God works, because God doesn't help delusion, right? If I don't work, God is just not going to give me a check. I'm going to have to put in, some work, go to work, punch in. I don't know, if I got no job, I'm going to have to apply, put in some applications. God is just not going to bless me. I'm going to have to put in some work. So for you to have all these weird standards and requirements for men, I mean, good luck. You're not a bad looking woman. For all I know, you could be a nice woman, but the entitlement and those preferences, you're going to have to change them if you really, really want a chance at a man. Because everything you mentioned, all other single moms want. So what do you do better than other single moms? Good luck. So shout out to Kendra. Video is 42 minutes, so I won't finish all of it. Next up, we have this lady who's saying women don't need marriage anymore. So without further ado, let's go.
Being married is no longer the standard for women. A lot of us are starting to see that we are better alone. Marriage used to be a thing. Like, you really needed a man at one point. You really needed a husband at one point, because women really did not even have rights. Let's keep that real. We couldn't even work at a certain point. And when we started working, we were getting paid pennies. That's why when you hear them stories about your grandparents and your ancestors and all those type of things, where they was marrying our grandmothers when they was real young, having outside kids, and grandpa really wasn't shit, because a lot of those times, they were getting married just to get married, because that's all they could do. They were not getting married because of love. They was getting married because of the benefits of a marriage.
I mean, you don't need marriage anymore, but until you say that women don't need money at all, because if you're saying women used to get married because they needed men to provide, or because it wasn't because of love, they just needed men to provide, that is true today. You don't have to be married for a woman to want you to provide. All of you want a man who's going to take you on expensive dinner dates and fly you out and go for vacations. You still need a man to provide, even if you make your own money. In fact, even now, it's even worse. At least women back in the day, they didn't have all these crazy standards of 6 figures and you gotta make this amount of money. You gotta buy me ABCD Birkin bags, and they didn't have all those crazy standards. But today, when women work and make lots of money, still they require men to provide. So until that stops, then we will know that you don't need men. Because by saying women don't need marriage anymore, which means they don't need men, but they still do, because they want men to pay for their bills.
Today, there are no more benefits. Today, we are working just as hard as men, if not harder. We take on most of the
debt. I hope she's saying, because I haven't watched the full video, you take on most of the debt, the student loan debt. I hope she's going to say that, because you do. You have the most debt. And then you're saying you work more than men and earn as much as men, but when you date a guy, you want him to pay all the bills still. You want him to pay for the debts. You never want to go 50-50. So what is it? Is it that you don't need men? You don't need just marriage? Or you don't need men to pay for anything that you got? What is it? That's why I said, until women collectively say we are ready to date and be in a marriage, not requiring men to pay for anything, till only then will I believe that women don't need men, or don't. Sure, they don't want to be in a marriage, but they still expect you to provide.
fucking work in a marriage. Kids, house, cooking, emotional. Like, we take on all that baggage. Like, we are really on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to a marriage, to the point that it no longer serves us at this point. Granted, are there some good men still out there? I would like to think so. But
they are there. The good men are there, but you don't want them because they don't have the kind of money you need to take you on trips. They don't have the money to take you shopping. They don't have the kind of money to pay all your bills, to pay 100% of the bills. There are good men out there, but they can only afford to go 50-50, or they can only afford to go 60, or maybe 70-30. But no, to you, they're not good men because you want them to pay 100% of the bills. And even then, women, you say they're not good men, but even if the good men are there, you still file for divorce 80% of the time. So it doesn't matter. Even if he's a good man, you're probably going to divorce him, take the kids, get child support, alimony, take his house. So really, you still benefit from the marriage, regardless whether it ends or not. So at the end of the day, regardless of what she's saying, they still need men until they say, we don't need men to pay for anything what we got. Or maybe there's that, I think, 4B movement where they don't want to date men. Okay, that's okay. That's a different story. Because like I said, just because they don't want marriage doesn't mean they don't want to date men. Because when they date men, even just in a normal relationship, they want the man to provide. So regardless, they still need men to some extent. What do you guys think about that? All right, next up, we have Kendra G. This is this is crazy. 73-year-old woman doesn't want 73-year-old man. All right, let's go. Let's go back right here.
What happened? What was the experience?
It wasn't no experience.
No one reached out to you?
Well, they reached out to me, but they wasn't right.
What was wrong with them?
What was wrong with them?
Yes.
There was a lot of older men. I know I'm my age, but
How old are you?
I'm 73.
And you didn't want nobody around your age?
No. 'Cause men,
I thought women wanted men their age. You know how women are always complaining, oh men, stop dating younger women, you should date women your age. What happened to women wanting men their age? She's 73, but she doesn't want men who are 73. This is crazy.
men around my age thinking I'm full of shit.
Maybe
Use
you
the
are.
French. But they think I'm full of shit. With
You probably are full of shit. I don't know you, but if all the men your age that you're dating are saying you're full of shit, you probably are, mama. You're gonna have to look in the mirror.
which I'm not.
You sure?
So what age range do you want to date, Carol?
50 to maybe 70.
Okay. Did any man between 50 and 70 reach out to you?
No.
Okay, that's why I said look in the mirror. If men between 50 and 70 didn't reach out to you, which most of them are probably going to go with younger women, if they got the money, that should tell you something, mama.
So, Carol, if a man in that age group doesn't want to date you back, what you going to do?
I can't do nothing.
So would you date the man that wants to date you around your age?
No. Because all they want to do is lay in the bed. And I'm very active.
Carol, where you calling me from again, honey?
Guys, wait. She's funny. She could be a funny grandma, I can tell. Oh my God.
Lancaster, California.
Okay, and what you do for a living, baby? Are you retired?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any kids?
I have two.
How old are your two kids?
Two kids, 40 and 16.
Both by the same man?
No.
Have you ever been married?
Yes.
When did you get divorced?
Back in 92.
Okay. All right. So we got Carol, Lancaster, California. She's retired, mom of two kids by two men, was once married. We started off from the top early. No men her age. She's 73. Between the ages of 50 and 70 only. What kind of men are you looking for?
I'm looking for a good man.
Plenty good men out here.
That's
A
it.
good man to like to do what I like to do.
Okay, what you like to do, Carol?
I'm very active. I like to go to the beach. I like to do active things. You know, I like to travel.
Do you
That's the new trend. Women now are either realtors, entrepreneurs, or travelers. Even older women are now adopting the new trend.
what are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers, no liars, no cheaters. That's about it.
Should he look a certain way?
No, not really. I don't want no ugly man.
No ugly man. Okay.
No.
Should he make a certain amount of money?
Here we go.
About 60K.
Okay.
Okay,
60K.
that's not bad.
Let's do the Kendrick King.
I mean, 73-year-old granny has better standards, has more realistic, well, kind of realistic standards more than the average woman. So she's saying 60K. I don't know the last time I heard a woman on Kendra G's show say 60K. Most of them are six figures. But she's delusional about the age of man who she's willing to date.
Carol.
All right.
You do look small. Got you, Carol.
Oops.
We got.
Yo, she's funny. Oh my God. This is the type of grandma I want, yo. She's funny. Now I can see why Maybe she doesn't want to. Because she says she doesn't want to date guys who are 73 because all they want to do is stay home. And you can see she seems like she's full of life and wants to do whatever she want to do. She's still out here in the streets, and guys are older. They just want to chill home, smoke their cigars, barbecue some things and drink their beers. Okay, I could say she's funny. I'll give her that. She's funny. I like her.
What's so funny, Kendrick?
Huh?
Kendra, what is so funny?
It looked like you were trying to twerk when you were.
I can do that.
You want to show us?
Yeah.
She's twerking.
All right. What else you want to see?
That's it.
She's funny. Yo, I love this girl. I love her.
I
Oh
was
my
not
god.
twerking though, but I see what you're saying.
No, you don't.
I don't what, Kira?
You tired, ain't you?
Kendra is
Yeah, but I
speechless.
still don't think that was twerking.
Turk, I was standing on my bed where you can hardly see me.
I can see.
I know how to twerk.
But that wasn't twerking.
Well, what is twerk? Can you show me what twerking is?
No, I can't.
Kendra, you got a good one. Kendra sometimes likes to bully these people coming on a show, but Grandma is like, Kendra, you can't twerk for shit. You should have missed speaking. Oh my god. This is the type of Grandma I want. She's funny. Like, she can banter. I hope Kendra does, because I haven't watched these videos. I hope Kendra didn't get mad. She's just being funny. I think for me she's hilarious. I would love to see a twerk contest between Grandma and Kendra.
Tell you what twerking is.
Okay. That's my twerking, whatever you call it. Why are you looking like that? You must be
She's
tired,
speechless.
Kendra.
She is
I
tired.
must be what?
Tired.
Kendra is speechless.
I've been taught to respect my elders.
Come on now.
Exactly.
Respect your elders, but
So I'm gonna refrain because I was taught as a child that you always respect your elders. So
No,
I'm gonna
Kendra-
refrain from
Kendra-
going on.
Kendra, you
Okay.
can't
When's your last
twerk.
relationship, Carol?
6 months ago.
Okay.
6 months.
Was he between the ages of 50 and 70?
He was 48.
Oh wow.
Whoa. A 40-year-old woman was dating a 73-year-old grandma? There's a high chance he was broke, if we're going to be honest. There's a high chance he was broke. Hey, I'm just saying. But she looks like a freak, so maybe that's why he was dating her.
Bring the camera back down so we can see your face more. Why did that end?
Why did it end?
Yes.
Because he was full of shit.
What made him full of shit?
Guys, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Because I've been with him 20 years. Okay? So,
He's 48, so you was with him when he was 28?
uh-huh.
Okay.
That's right.
Why didn't y'all get married?
Why didn't we get married? Because he wasn't married material.
Why'd you stay with him for 20 years then?
Yo, is she trolling or is she serious? I don't know, man. I just think she's funny. I don't know if she's being serious. I don't know. I can't tell anymore.
That's a $65 question.
When was the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
I will not answer that.
Okay.
She's a freak.
3 flaws you have to work on.
Smiling. Another one is smiling, going out more. That's about it. That's all I can think of, Kendra.
You don't have a 3rd flaw?
I do, but I can't think of the 3rd flaw.
Okay. Why would a man be lucky to be with you?
Why would he be lucky to be with me? Like I said, that's a $65 question.
Well, it's the question